In today's vlog, we finally finish up the Fiat 500. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode. So finally, we've got our V5. Yes, we got the V5 for the Fiat 500, and because we got the V5 means that I've been able to get this, the reg plate. So that means that we can finally get the Fiat 500 sorted and we can go and take it for a test drive. So got a few things to do to finish up the car. I need to replace the door handles. I need to replace the rear door handle because it's a different color. You'll see that in a second. And then we need to add the number plate on there, and then we can finally take the car for a drive on the road. So we're going to be doing all of that in this episode, and then maybe even looking at the cost. So let's take a look, and without further ado, let's crack on. Okay, so Project 500 is pretty much almost done now. We've got a couple of things that we're going to do, and we're going to do that today. So we need the eye. That's the only part that we're waiting for now, the eye. As you can see from the grille, we've got the whole grille now, the bottom grille in place. So all the bits have come. So that came from Italy, that bit came from Germany, and it was cheaper than buying it from the UK, go figure. But that's now in place, and as you could probably tell, it looks pretty good. I really do like that. This whole Mark II thing really sets the car off well. Now the last time I spoke to you about the door handles, so this door handle, I was going to buy another one for £71, or actually it's £69, my apologies. And I then started to think about it and thought, well, is that really the way to go? Because we've got a chrome one on the other side that's in place, so I'm going to spend £69 on a replacement. So what would it cost if I bought a silver one? And I bought a silver one here. Because these are so common, they are dirt cheap. That's £15 is what I paid for that. So then I thought, well, I want the car to look uniform, so I'm going to have to replace the back as well. And the new back was around £30. I say new, it's a second-hand one, but it's pretty much new because it's in really good condition. I'm waiting for that to come. So for the price of the back here and the side, that was cheaper than buying the chrome ones. And what I'm going to do is, just because these are so rare, I'm actually going to sell them and make my money back. So the door handles, by the time I sell these pieces, will actually have cost me nothing. So that's what we're going to do. First thing we need to do now, of course, is take them off. So that's what we're going to do today. Take off these door handles, replace them with new ones. I'm going to show you how to take these off the right way, and then you'll be able to do it yourself if you have the same issue, because these door handles, they are prone to breaking. That's the reason why there's so many of them on eBay, because they break really easy. So there's a right way and there's a wrong way to do this. I've done a couple of door handles from different cars, so I'm going to show you the right way how to do that. So let's crack on and do that right now. Okay, so we're going to take the door card off. Now to take the door card off, we have to remove this trim here and this trim here. Underneath here there is one single bolt, and underneath here there's two bolts. So we'll do that now, and then after, what we'll then do is we'll leverage on the actual door card using this trim remover. I have another trim remover that I will probably use, and then we'll be able to take the card off, and then we'll be able to get to the liner that's behind here, so we can then remove the door handle. So we'll do that now. Okay, so we've got the key, the door lock off the door. Now I need to take the key out because obviously in my new barrel, in my new door handle, I don't have the key. So to take the key barrel out of a 500, what you need to do is you put the key in, obviously. you turn the barrel so it's fully open, and then you'll see a little collar. So what you need is something sharp like this tool I've got here, which is like a pick, and you literally just pick out it's like a circlip, and then the barrel comes out. Simple as that. And that is it. And to put that barrel back into the new lock is exactly the opposite. So I'll do the same on the new one. Because we haven't got the key in there, obviously what we do is we turn the barrel lock itself, and then we do exactly the same thing. We pick up the little latch. That should come up, hopefully. There she goes. And then we just insert the barrel inside the lock, and as soon as she goes in, oh, that's just flown out. Right, it goes in like that, and then we put the lock down. Okay, so I've got the clip back in, and that's now back in place, and that's now working as it should. Brilliant. So that is the lock, and that's how you get the lock into place. So really simple. Literally, with the key in place, turn that, and then pull out the little circlip that holds that in place. And then once you've got the barrel in, the barrel only goes in one way. You push that back in, and that locks in and secures the barrel in. Now you can put the handle back on the car. Okay, so before we put the door handle on, we're going to clean up around the door aperture there, because that's part of the door that you obviously don't get to clean because it's sitting behind a door handle. And if you replace a door handle, number one, it's a good idea to give it a clean. Number two, if a door handle sits differently, it means that you're not going to see the stain and it looks unsightly. So let's give that a quick clean up. Okay, so the handle is in place. It's not locked down yet, but it's just in situ, and I just need to bolt it up from behind. That will secure it into place, and then we need to put the metal bar, which is this little bar here, on the inside on the other handle, and then that will then complete the job. So before we get this handle off, we need to fix this, because obviously this is not working and the micro switch is integrated into the door handle. So on the remote I can open the boot, that works fine, but if I do it on the button, clearly something's not right here. So let's take a look and see if we can salvage this, and then if we can, that's great, we can get it all up and running, and we can pull it on as fix. So there's nothing pretty obvious here. The door switch, when I press it, it clearly isn't working, but we know it works because the remote is responding accordingly. So let's see if we can see what's gone wrong here. First of all, we need to take off, there's 4 plastic bolts there, and then there is a actual little underneath there is some screws that we can take off. So we'll take this trim off first, and once we take this trim off, we can then get to the mechanism. Okay, so we've now got the new rear handle and registration lights in place. So that's a chrome one that we bought from eBay, and here is the original one that came with the car, so we'll end up selling that. So now that's in place, it literally just secures with 4 bolts, which you can probably just about see. There's one there, one there and there's one down the other end. So all we have to do now is just connect this connector back into place, which we'll do now. And then all we have to do then is just put this card back in and then put the points back in. Okay, so the 500 is outside now, and today we are going to fit the door card so we can then get the car ready to go for a test ride. And then the final thing that we have to do is fit the number plate. So we'll get that done this morning. Oh, and actually saying that, I need to fit that mirror on that side as well. So we'll get all that done, and then we'll take it for a test ride. So first of all, let's get that door card back on. Okay, so next I've got to replace the mirror that goes here. So we'll stick that on, and then that should be it, other than a cleanup. Car needs good cleanup. And if you're worrying about this, don't worry about this. All this is going to be replaced. I've got a replacement for that, and I've got a piece that goes in there, and then that will complete that. So let's get this mirror fitted, and then I think we'll be ready for a test drive. Okay, so two more bits to finish this off. One is to put the eye in, and the other one the number plate. Okay, so that is it. This car is now ready. It's finished and it's ready to be sold. Although I'm not going to sell it straight away. We're going to use it for a while. My son is still learning to drive, so we're going to be using that for lessons for a little bit before it goes on the market. But the fact that we can drive it on the road and it's all finished is perfect. It needs a bit of a valet, so I'm going to be doing that later on today, and it just needs a final couple of bits. But in terms of the actual video and the vlog, this car is truly finished. Actually, there's one more bit I almost forgot. Let me go and put that on now. Now the car's finished. Okay, so quick ST update. For those of you who want to know, the Fiesta is back, and that strut has been repaired properly and sent back to me in the state that it should do. Costs a fair few quid to sort, but it's all done now and done properly. I'm still having issues with wiring, so before you get concerned, this is not the final. This is me just stripping the wires back to see if I can resolve the issue with the indicator. It's a strange problem. I will demonstrate. So if I connect the battery up, you will see that the indicator stays on. So that indicator stays on, and the rear indicator also stays on, but not that one on the far side. This one doesn't. So I need to figure out why that is. I've disconnected the wiring, and strangely enough though, here's the thing, these indicators do not, and in fact these indicators work absolutely fine. Let me show you. So if I turn on the hazard lights, you will see that these indicators work absolutely fine, but these indicators do not. They stay on, and if I take the fuse out, obviously the lights go off, But yeah, so if anyone knows why, give us a holler on the comments. But this is next week's video, so we're not going to worry about that. And I've had the wing put on as well by the body shop, so that's all good. And we'll get the front. Oh yeah, I've got some bits for the car. Let me show you. So this is my new bumper that has arrived. I'm just doing some work on it, and I got that for a bargain, 79. This is the old bumper that I'm stripping some of the bits from, but the best bargain of all was that bonnet. That is a bonnet in perfect condition, and I got that for £50. Absolute bargain, nothing wrong with it, doesn't need any painting. £50, unbelievable. So that is my happy purchase of the week. Okay, so that's the Fiesta update. Now it is Fiat 500 test drive time. Right, let's get this bad boy on the road. Okay, first test drive. Very powerful, actually, very torquey. And this has got the little eco button. So you get more power. So in the city mode, you get about 68 brake horsepower. And then when you go into full-blown mode, you get the full 98. Okay, perfect. Absolutely perfect, no problem whatsoever. Good test drive. Okay, test drive is over. Very happy with that, the way that went. These cars, the little 500 Twin Airs, are really nice models actually. They're really a pleasure and really fun to drive. So yeah, that was good. So now we just got to sell it really, but I'm gonna hang on to it for a few weeks actually before we sell it, because well, it's just fun to drive around. So yeah, that's gonna be here for a bit. Okay, so that's it for this week. Thank you for viewing this video, and if you are a casual viewer and not a subscriber, don't forget to subscribe down here. Give us a thumbs up as well, because that helps the channel. Next week we're gonna be back on this guy, and we've pretty much got all the bits that we need to get it back on the road. Just a few screws and bits that I'm gonna be needing, and I'll get those ordered up during the week. But we should be able to hopefully get this guy running next week, although I'm not going to be able to get him on the road because I've got to phone DVLA, because now I've got an issue with this car. But at least we're back on the Fiesta, so next week back on the Fiesta. In the meantime guys, have a good week, and we will see you next Monday.